Hi. Apparently, my computer wanted to start recording because all of a sudden I look and it's recording. Um, Hi guys, it's Heather. First of all, can we discuss, and I know you can't hear this, the fact that one of my neighbors is drilling right now? What are you drilling at 9:49 at night on a Monday? What are you making? Is like Ty over there home extreme makeover or something? Like, what are you doing? Um, I'm a pretty sound sleeper, but I'm gonna guess that I won't be able to fall asleep just yet. So I decided to make a video. Um, it's kind of been one of those weird days where I did work out, but I'm just kind of blah. Um, I don't know, it's so weird. Like, I've kind of been having an off and on week. Like, I did well this week. I forgot to post on my page, but I lost like 3.5 pounds this past week, which is good, which is really good. Um, so that's good, but it's been a weird week for me mentally, I think. Um, and that's weird because this week I was on spring break and I had time to go to the gym and I went to the gym. Like, so it's not like this week I've actually had a little less stress because I've been on spring break, home on spring break. Um, that's been weird. I think it started when I was watching The Biggest Loser last Tuesday. And I don't know, some of you that watch it, if you remember, but this last episode, they're in New Zealand and they were bungee jumping and doing all these extreme things. And, you know, some of the contestants, like Hannah and a few others, were expressing their feelings towards being able to do things and being able to live life, unlike they've really ever lived it. And that really struck a chord with me. Because, like, some of them maybe were skinny before and they had a taste of, living life per se. Um, and then maybe some of them have just been, overweight or obese their whole life. And that's kind of where I'm coming from is like, honestly, when I was a kid, I can't really remember being, I don't even want to say thin because, like, what's thin? But just being average. I don't really remember a time in my life when I felt average. Um, so I think watching that on Tuesday, I mean, right away, like the first 15 minutes, I was just bawling my eyes out because I just, I felt in what they were saying in the episode and what they were doing. They were talking about the fact that they were finally able to do things that they've never done before. And I just, gosh, I mean, it's just like, I really relate to that because, I mean, how many times have some of you who are watching this ever felt like there's things in life that you want to do, but you just can't do them for one reason or the other? And personally for me, so many of the things that I've ever wanted to do in my life, I've not been able to do because of my weight. And there comes a certain point in your life where, not that you accept it, but you're just like, okay, this is how it is. I can't do XYZ because of my weight. And you almost just hit this like flow where you just accept it, or you avoid certain situations because oh, I can't do that because I'm too heavy or I'm overweight, or it'll be too embarrassing, or it'll be too hard, whatever the situation will be. And then just watching the show and seeing them bungee jump, which is something I totally want to do. I want to go bungee jumping. I want to go skydiving. I want to do so many of those things. And just see, I think it's not that I was jealous, but it's just that envy that you are like, oh my goodness, like they're right there and they're living their life now and they've lost this weight and they're living. And I was just like, gosh, I just want to live. And there's even this one song, gosh, I hear it on the radio all the time and I can't think of, it's like a top 40 song. But everybody lives, or everybody dies, but not everybody lives, is one of the lyrics in that song. And that's so true. Like, everybody's going to die, but is everybody going to live? And I'm just kind of sick of, not that, I would never go back and change my life, or I'm so blessed in a lot of things. I have a wonderful family and I have wonderful friends, but gosh, I just feel like I'm missing out on so much. And I just want to live. So it's kind of been like a weird week for me just thinking about that, and it all started on Tuesday when I watched The Biggest Loser, and I was just thinking about, like, gosh, there's so many things I want to do, and I'm just so sick of letting my weight get in the way of it. And but then you're faced with, okay, but what do you do in the meantime? And I guess my message to myself, and then my message to all of you, is that in the meantime, you keep fighting. You keep fighting for exactly what you want. And maybe it has nothing, for some of you watching, maybe it has nothing to do with weight. Maybe there's something else in your life that you want, and you're searching for it, and you're trying to figure out what it is. Whatever it is that you want that will get you to the point where you feel like you're living, just do it. Just fight for it. Because it's not fun when you feel like you're missing out on life. I'm kind of tired of missing out on life. Like, where I live is super close to Cedar Point, and I love Cedar Point. Some of you don't know what Cedar Point is, but it's like an amusement park with a lot of roller coasters, and I'll never forget, I don't even know how many summers ago it was, at least six summers ago maybe. Went to Cedar Point with two of my really good friends, and there was one of the rides that I couldn't ride because I couldn't fit, and that really sucked. I'll never forget that feeling when it was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm here and I want to go on these rides, and this one I can't go on, or that one I can't go on. Like, I could go on some, but some I couldn't. Anyways, I just feel like I'm rambling, but I guess my message tonight is that we're inevitably all going to die, but in the meantime, and we don't know when, we don't know how, and all those details, but in the meantime, do what you can so that you can live life to the fullest and make yourself proud. And that's what I'm working on. Because I mean, as cheesy as it sounds, I wanna feel like those people on The Biggest Loser who are now living life. I mean, they're living life like they've never known before. And I want to be able to not feel inhibited by my weight and feel like, oh, nope, can't do that because I'm too heavy. And no, I won't fit in that. Or no, I won't be able to really do that because I don't want to feel like I always have to consider my weight. I don't want that to even be part of the equation anymore. So just keep fighting. That's all I can do. It feels kind of good to get all this off my chest because it's just for the 50th time I'm going to say this, but it's just been a weird week for me. You know, you ever just feel like God has something in store for you, but he's just waiting for you to figure out what it is. Like, he knows, and he almost knows that you know, but he's just like, you gotta go out and do it. You gotta go out and seek it out, or whatever the situation is. Yeah, kind of feel like God's been sending me a lot of messages, but part of the old Heather, who is I'm still trying to, to squash that old, scared, timid Heather. Part of the old Heather is still surfacing and saying, oh, well, you don't be so certain about that, or oh, I don't know, but that would be hard work and all this stuff. I mean, whoever thinks, oh my gosh, Heather's lost 45 pounds, blah, blah, blah. That's great. First of all, I'm very proud of that, but I have such a long journey to go. And 45 pounds gone feels great, but your mind is the biggest tool in weight loss. And there's so many things still to iron out. So, with that, I've rambled on. I'm sorry. I see it's going on 13 minutes here. But just kind of needed to have a moment of verbalizing some of my struggles this week, and maybe somewhere out there, one of you or two of you are feeling the same way, so you can relate. I just say to all people out there, everybody has a lot of potential, so just go out and find it. Or you don't even have to find it because it's right within you. Just pull it out. Pull it out and make it work. Just like Tim Gunn. I love that show. All right. Anyways, it's time for me to go to bed. I think they're done drilling. Did I mention at the beginning of this video that my neighbors were drilling? Yeah. It was 8:45 and I heard a drill. And now I hear a truck. What are you going to do? I need to go to sleep because I need to teach little kids in the morning. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. If you did listen the whole way, I appreciate it. All right, stay tuned. Heather's going to be pulling more of those wonderful things that God has in store for me out. And I'm so thankful and lucky to share them with you guys. All right, love you guys. Have a good night and a good Tuesday tomorrow. Because today's not Sunday, but it feels like Sunday. But today's Monday. Have a good Tuesday. Bye, guys.